The new Black Wall Street. Do it right, build wealth, live life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the new Black Wall Street. It's on the new Black Wall Street. He's your host.
All right, my beautiful people, this is ERGJ, Certified Financial Educator here with ERGJ Enterprise. We're back with the new Black Wall Street Book Club. We're on book number 2 today. We didn't pick up last night, so I want to make sure we stay on track with the going through The Richest Man in Babylon. The Richest Man in Babylon by George Clason, the book that changed my financial life. So I've been letting you guys into a little bit about my personal space, stuff that's going on up here, where I got it from. Well, this is one of the books. So if someone were to ask me, hey, what book should I read? What's a good book to get? I'm going to always tell you this book right here. This is my #1 financial book. Feel free to get it at any point in time. You get it through us at www.ergj.net. I recommend it to you. Why not get it through me? Good morning, Cookie. Good morning, Della. Good morning, Breeze. Omega in the building. Shantae in the house. This episode is brought to you by True Detergent. That's right, True Detergent. Black-owned and manufactured. We're making free deliveries here in the Atlanta area. It's 101 ounces for $15. That means it's $15 a wash. That's right. 15 cents per wash. That's right, 15 cents per wash. True Detergent. Give us a call, 678-851-2400. We'll make personal delivery to your doorstep in the Atlanta area. True Detergent. Make the switch. Now, here's the deal. Yes, it is well read. Here's a book, guys, that was written in 1926. And you're going to find out today that even that truth, let me say it again, truth, it stands the test of time. Principles never change, even though strategies do. Let me say that again. Principles, money principles, they never change. Only strategies do. And so tonight, or today, okay, that's what I'm talking about. Today, what I'm sharing with you is when I came across this book, here's the deal. When I came across this book, I immediately went and got it. Everybody put in the comments below immediately. Because here's what happens. A lot of people ask me, man, what should I read? But then when I tell them, they don't go get it. So why'd you ask me? It just sounded like, oh, okay, because, you really don't have a desire to read. But then there's some people who actually do go get the book. But it is sitting on their bookshelf or wherever, just collecting dust. So they actually did make the effort to go get the book. But then there's some people who decided they're going to actually read the book. And that's awesome as well. But then there's some others that, just need some help getting through because this is old English. So that's why I'm actually pulling out and reading it with you guys so that we can all grow together. And you can see some of these timeless things of wisdom so that maybe you'll get the book and maybe you'll share it with your children. Maybe you'll read it to them. Maybe we'll go back to the bedtime stories where we're not just talking about Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, but we're implanting seeds of wisdom into our children's noggin just by reading to them these principles. So you're right. Richest Man in Babylon. We're on cue number 2 and 3. We're going to do those today. Now, here's the deal. We started yesterday, the last episode, we talked about the first cue. And the first cue, just to give you a recall, was the first, for each 10 coins you put in, spend but 9. For each 10 coins that you put in, spend but 9. And if you do this consistently, day in and day out, week in and week out, year in and year out, you're going to start to see your purse fatten or your wallet fatten or your bank account get swole because you are practicing a principle of spending less than you make. What we're doing now is we're spending more than we make, and we're actually mortgaging our future because we put everything on credit. But it's not a credit. It is a debt. And when you go into debt, you're mortgaging your future. You're basically saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to pay you couch. I'm going to pay you TV. I'm going to pay you car. I'm going to pay you PlayStation. I'm going to pay you cell phone out of my future earnings. That's what that is. I'm going to make an agreement to get you now, satisfy my soul for now, and I'm going to pay later. Woo! So, at any rate, let's go on to the second cure. Control thy expenditures. Control your expenses. If you don't know where your money is going, how can you ever get control of it? Some of your members, my students, have asked me this. How can a man keep 1/10 of all he earns in his purse when all the coins he earns are not enough for his necessary expenses? Like, I can't even pay for my stuff. How can I save? I can't afford my life that I live right now. Well, here's the deal. Didn't you choose the life that you live right now? Didn't you choose to go get that phone? Didn't you choose to go into debt? Didn't you choose? You made a choice. You made a choice to live above your means. You made a choice to live the lifestyle you couldn't afford. You made a choice to listen to your eyes instead of listening to your wallet. Your eyes are bigger than your wallet. You think you can pay for everything, but the truth is when you really start to understand what afford means, if you can't pay it in cash, you can't afford it. If you can't pay in cash, then you can't afford it. Or we'll say it like this. If you can't pay by debit, which means that it comes out immediately from your account, which is another form of cashless society, but it is your account. If you can't pay for it in cash or you can't pay for it by debit, you can't afford it. All right. I'm sorry. I'm just reading the book. Well, that was me, but let me get back to reading the book. So did Arcade address his students upon the second day. Yesterday, how many of thee carried lean purses? All of us answered the class. Yet, did you not all earn the same? Some earn much more than others. Some have larger families to support. Yet all purses were equally lean. Now I will tell you an unusual truth about men and the sons of men. It is this, that what each of us calls our necessary expenses will always grow to equal our income unless we protest to the contrary. In other words, when your income grows, you normally increase your spending, right? That's what he's saying. This is a truth he's found in life, that what we call our necessary expenses will always grow to equal our income. So when our income grows, when you get that raise, you start spending more. You know what I'm saying? When you get that tax refund, you start spending more. So something about us says that, hey, I got a little bit more money. Let me go enjoy it, right? Instead of let me put it away. Let me go ahead and pay off a debt. Let me go ahead and invest this. Let me use my tax refund to join Club Millie so I can learn how to make my money grow for me. Easy decision to make. And I like to call them smart money moves. Everybody put in the comments below, smart money moves. You got to dig in to make smart money moves. Confuse not thy necessary expenses with your desires. Each of you, together with your good families, have more desires than your earnings can gratify. You all have more desires than what you can pay for. Therefore, are your earnings spent to gratify your desires insofar as they will go? Still, there remains many ungratified desires. And that's okay, guys. What I do with my desires, I write them down and I put them as a goal. Oh, I want to go on vacation. I can't afford it. Goes on my vision board. Oh, I want to get a new car. I can't afford it. Goes on my vision board. Oh, I want to get a new house. I can't afford it. Goes on my vision board. Now, here's what happens. When I write that thing down and I say, this is what I want to have, then I know what I'm shooting for. Now that I know what I'm going after, and I continue to tell you guys this, it's not about what you're running away from. Many of you guys are trying to run away from something. You're trying to run away from your job. You're trying to run away from your debt. You're trying to run away from the bill collectors or whatever. You're trying to run away from something. And that is fear-based. Let me put it again. When you're running away from something, you're operating in fear. But when you're running to something, I'm running to something. I'm running to my future. I'm running to this goal that I set for myself. Then you're operating out of faith. Fear is crippling. Faith is inspiring. Fear is crippling. Faith is inspiring. Put your goals down. When you do this, I have found in my life, I don't know what it is. I don't understand it, but it works. I always get what I'm running after. Always. It may take a little longer. It may not come today, but there's been nothing in my life that I put down as a goal for me to accomplish that I did not attain or acquire. You tell me, has that worked in your life? Have you put something down and said, I want this. I want to go to Cancun. I want to do this. I'm writing this thing down. I'm going to plan this out. I'm going to find some way. One day, everybody put in the comments below, one day, I'm going to whatever that is for you. One day. And then you wake up 2 years later, 3 months later, and you have got this or acquired this or went this place, and you're like, and then you go back to your little journal. Go back to your little journal. It's like, I wrote this down 3 years ago. Man, this is what I was thinking 3 years ago. Look, honey, look, kids, it became true. Faith is crippling. I'm not really concerned. You need to know where you are, but I'm not concerned about what you're running from. This is why I do coaching. I'm not concerned about what you're running from. I want to know what we are running to. Your future is more important than your past, but you need to learn from your past so you don't repeat it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to get through the book. You guys stop it. I'm trying to get to the book. All right. All men are burdened with more desires than they can gratify. Because of my wealth, think of thou, I may gratify every desire. It's a false idea. There are limits to my time. There are limits to my strength. There are limits to the distance I may travel. There are limits to what I may eat. There are limits to the zest of which I may enjoy. I say to you that just as weeds grow in a field, wherever the farmer leaves space for their roots, even so freely do your desires grow in men whenever there is a possibility for their being gratified. Your desires are a multitude of, and those that your desires are a multitude, and those that may gratify are but a few. In other words, it's actually good to have desires. It's actually good to have things that you want to do. That's called ambition, right? It's good to have ambition. I want to do this. I want to get this. I want to acquire this. I want to experience this. But understand, think about this, guys. If you or I accomplish everything that we wanted to do in this life, whatever that is, accomplish, acquire, get, whatever. Solomon, wise man in the world, got everything in the world. He was saying is vain. If you think about it, imagine every goal you ever wanted, you accomplished, and you're now 40 years old. What in the world what else you got to live for? I'm talking about every goal you acquire, everything you desire, you accomplished. What else you got to live for? You made all the money. You gave it all away. You got all the cars. You got all the houses. You built all the businesses. You did everything you wanted to do in this world. You're 40 years old. What else is there to live for? And this is what we're saying. It's good to have desires that go unfulfilled. It gives you ambition. It gives you something to shoot for. If you woke up this morning with nothing to shoot for, if you woke up this morning without a goal, go back to sleep. My goals wake me up. If you woke up this morning without one single goal of what you wanted to do today, you might as well go back to sleep. All right. Woo. Hey, so Della said one day I will be independently wealthy. Well, here, let me help you this. Let me help you with this. I help people with this. We have to redefine that goal. That goal is too vague. How will you know when you're independently wealthy? So you need to break that down, because that's too vague. That's not a goal. That's a dream. That's a fantasy. But when you say, hey, when I wake up one day and I got $100,000 in the bank account, well, that's a goal. You can measure it. Everybody put in the word in the comments below, smart, S-M-A-R-T. That's a smart goal. So that right there, what you have is not a smart goal. It's just a dream. It's a fantasy. It's an idea. You need a goal. What does independently wealthy look like? How much is that? How much debt do you need to pay off? That's the goals you need to write down. One day, I want to pay off this $5,000 credit card. Okay, it's $5,000. When do you want to have it paid off by? I want to have it paid off by the end of the summer. Okay, that's 6 months. Okay, now you got $5,000 you need to pay it off in 6 months. Okay, well, how much do you need to pay off every month? Okay, 6 goes into 5,000. 1,000, I think that's $1,250 or something like that. I don't know. Not even that. $975, $950, something like that. So I need to pay off, let's just say $1,000 a month in order for me to pay off my credit card in 6 months or by the end of the summer, so I can complete my goal of pay off this freaking credit card by the end of the summer. That's a smart goal. That's something that you can shoot for. That's something that's measurable. That's something that is active in your life. You feel what I'm saying? Smart goal. I'll be giving away all my services for free. You know, people pay me for this stuff. I mean, I should get paid for it, right? I mean, I know. I'm just saying. I just gave you something that I probably charge people about $100 an hour for. But I love my people. You know what I'm saying? We got to do this. That's why it's called the village. That's why we got to build together. Can't have my people out there like that. You know what I'm saying? All right, study thoughtfully thy accustomed habits of living. Herein may be most often found certain accepted expenses that may wisely be reduced or eliminated. So we're talking about your budget now. And so I do actually have a service called Know Your Numbers, where we're going to actually, I'm actually going to walk you through creating the budget, analyze your budget, and help you to understand where you can increase your cash flow just by going through your budget. And we're also going to do a net worth. I want you to know your net worth, which is your economic value in this society. When you know your numbers, you begin to wake up. When you know your numbers, you begin to say something's got to change or else I'm going to retire broke. And so that service, Know Your Numbers, is available. You can give us a call, go to the website, whatever, schedule an appointment. I released it a while ago, but I never promoted it. But I guess I'm doing that today. So know your numbers. Get your budget done. I'm going to do it for you. We're going to do it together. I'm going to analyze it for you, talk about some places where you can actually reduce some of your expenditures so you can increase your cash flow. And then we're going to also do your personal net worth. Once you do your net worth, it changes your life. Once you realize my economic value in this world right now is negative $200,000, you'd be like, I'm a liability to the capitalistic society. I'm sorry, guys. It's too funny to me. All right, study thoughtfully our custom habits of living. We're here where you can expenses may be wisely reduced or eliminated. Let thy model be 100% of appreciated value demanded for each coin spent. Let your model be, I want to get 100% of value for every dollar I spend. Think about that. I want to get 100% of value. Now, let me ask you this in the comments below. Tell me something recently that you have bought, spent money on, where you didn't get 100% of the value. In other words, you're saying, hey, maybe I bought a concert ticket I went to. I spent, $85 and the concert sucked. I didn't get 100% of my value. Name something that you bought recently, this year, whatever that is for you, where you felt like I did not get 100% of the value for which I spent this dollar on, which I spent this $50 on, which I spent this $100 on. What is something that you realized you got gypped? You realized it wasn't worth it. What's something that you spent money on recently that you did not get 100% value for the dollar that you spent? I'm gonna wait because I know you guys are thinking, man, what did I buy? What is it? You know what I'm saying? Now, here's an easy one. For you ladies, and maybe some men, I'm gonna throw one out because you guys got a date. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How many of you guys got shoes in your closet right now that you've never worn? Or an outfit that you've never put on? It's been sitting in your closet for 2 years. You bought it, but you never wore it. That's something that you bought that you didn't get 100% value out of. You've never used it. So how could it be valuable? It's valuable as an antique. It's valuable as a closet holder. It's probably in there. It's probably so far back in the closet that you forgot that it's even there. So I'm asking you, Irvin, that's a good one, a date. I remember I can talk about some dates. So I was like, what in the world did I just do? A Vivo watch. Somebody said some clothes. I'm telling you, I remember when I kept these shoes. I think they were like some Blue Mountain shoes or something. I was like, man, they cool. They hot. I can find something to wear with them. I didn't have no clothes to go with them at the time, but the shoes was hot. So I bought the shoes and I'm like, man, these are hot. But I didn't have anything to wear with them. So those shoes were brand new when I gave them the Goodwill. I said, you know what? It's time for me to just clean my closet out and get rid of stuff that has no value to me. And even though I wanted to keep the shoes, I realized I was never going to go shopping to find clothes to match the shoes. So the shoes had to go. So Shante said we had fast food the other day and it felt like it wasn't worth it. And I learned to make that particular dish, he could save money. It would have tasted better. I don't know, man. It's I don't know why we do that. Okay, I know that. Hey, that's a good one. Fast food, right? And I'm not talking about all places, but I remember thinking that I know a good one. What about when you go to the grocery store hungry? you walk away with a carload of stuff just to fulfill your quick desire to eat something. Justin said he felt like he overpaid for a cab. Should have took an Uber. Yes, that's a good one. So we understand. So the motto, this is the motto that you want to make. You probably want to write this down, put it in your notes, and put it in the comments below. Get 100% value for every dollar I spend. So Ms. Jackson said this food is why she used coupons. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, 100% value. Now here's where you move into the phase of overflow. All right, I'm gonna fill you in. This is how you get to overflow in your life. This is how you get to abundance. This is how you get to maximum capacity. It's when you start getting 110, 150, 200%, 1,000% value for every dollar that you spend. So I know we talked about things that we didn't get our money's worth. Now I want you to put something in the comments below to tell me the last time you spent money on something and you got way more than what it was worth. You said, hey, I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna get this, buy this, spend this, invest this. You basically invest it and you feel like, man, that little bit of money, look what I got for that little bit of money. I know that little bit of money should have been a whole lot of money, but I benefited 150, 100, 200, 1,000% off this little money I spent. So what's something that you bought recently that you feel like you've got way more value than what you paid? In other words, you got way more value than the cost, than what it costs, right? You paid the price. It was a cost to do business, but you got way more value out of it than what it costs. So Irvin said, Rich Dad, Poor Dad book, right? He said he recently purchased the book that's in my hand, right? This book. You see how it'll probably cost me, let's just say here, it said $9.99, $10. $10 to this book when I bought it. $10. And I would say I probably got 10,000% value out of this one little book. They'll set a tank of gas. So what we're doing is we're switching. We're saying, hey, I'm thinking about the dollars that I spend. And my goal, or our goal moving forward, is to, at the very least, get 100% value for every dollar that I spend. This is why, okay, let me give you another example. This is why I don't go to panel discussions anymore, because I'm tired of sitting in the pew and getting preached at. I'm ready for action. So I don't go to panel discussions no more because I don't feel like I'm getting value. The value that I spend, I feel like I'm not getting the value out of it. That's why I don't go anymore. But this is why I don't march, because I don't feel like I'm getting the value out of the time that I'm spending marching. You see what I'm saying? So that's me. That's me personally. I'm just sharing my personal experience. But look, so Tasha said a class she took with VA benefits. Irvin said, yeah, gas to do Uber with. Gas, yeah, look at that. Return on investment, yeah. So even Uber, right? I tell people this. Some people are like, you know, whatever. You could do Uber, and if you're doing it, if you got a car and you're using it to make money, that's an investment. You may look at your car as a liability, but you're actually using it to make money. It's bringing income into your household. This is how taxis and all these other, you know, services, transportation. You're in the transportation business. It's a business, and you're hopefully generating profit above and beyond your tax, your insurance, and your gas. And if so, your car has not just become an asset. You understand that, right? Like, I mean, don't sleep on these people that's doing whatever it takes to finance their way to freedom. So, at any rate, we've looked at getting less than your money's worth, right? We've also talked about our goal moving forward is to make sure at the very least we get 100% value for every dollar that we spend. But if you want to get the overflow, You want to get to maximum capacity. You want to get to the land of flowing with milk and honey. Then you want to get to the point where you're getting maximum value for every dollar that you spend. And a little thing like this, a $10 book, has brought back into my life over 10,000%. Where are you going to get those type of returns? Smart money moves. Therefore, engrave upon the clay each thing for which thou desires to spend. I just mentioned this. You want to write these goals down. Select those that are necessary and others that are possible through the expenditure of 9/10 of your income. So if you set this goal out, you set this goal out saying, hey, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this thing. I'm going to spend my money, but it's going to have to fit within the framework of 9/10 of my income. If it don't fit, you must acquit. That's right. If it doesn't fit into your budget, and we're saying your budget is 90% of your income, of your net income, if you can only do gross, if you're not working for somebody, of your net income, if it doesn't fit, you must acquit. Woo! All right, cross out the rest and consider them but a part of that great multitude of desires that must go unsatisfied and regret them not. Budget then thy necessary expenses. Touch not the 1/10 that is fattening your purse, that is making your bank account swole, that is making your wallet rich. Touch not that, because that is fattening of your purse, fattening of your wallet, fattening of your bank account. Let this be thy great desire that is being fulfilled. Keep working with your budget. Keep adjusting it to help you. How many of you guys would say right now, telling the truth, being honest, that you need to do a budget? We're in February. We've already had a month pass by. We're in Black Wealth Month where we're making history. How many of you guys have not done a budget this year? Now, let me not ask you that. I want you to, how many of you guys say how many of you guys say I need to do a budget this year? I'm going to do a budget this year. I'm going to take control of my finances. So if you are saying right now, I want you to put it, if you're saying, hey, you know what, that's me. I'm going to be honest today. I haven't done a budget in 2017. I need to do a budget. Maybe you're saying, I need help doing a budget. I need somebody just to walk me through. If you just one time, I can do the rest. I need a couple training wheels. If that's you, now I want you to put in the comments below, know my number. Know my number. If that's you, and I'll reach out to you personally, one-on-one. If you're saying that, hey, I know that I need to take control of my expenses. I need to take control of my finance. I need help. If that's you, I want you to put in the comments below, know my number. No shame. This is all the village. This is all us helping one another. But I can tell you this, boldness, fortune favors the bold. So if you're bold enough to let us know that you need help, you never know. You never know when that blessing's coming your way. All right. Hereupon one of the students, hearing a robe of red and gold, arose and said, I am a free man. I believe that it is my right to enjoy the good things in life. And this is what many of us say. I'm a free man. I should be able to buy whatever I want to buy. Therefore, do I rebel against the slavery of a budget, which determines just how much I may spend and for what. I feel it would take much pleasure from my life and make me a little more than a pack ass to carry a burden. To him, RK replied, who, my friend, would determine your budget? You feel like you're going to be a slave to your budget. Well, who's going to determine your budget? I will make it for myself, responded the protesting one. In that case, were a pack ass to budget his burden, would he include therein jewels and rugs and heavy bars of gold? Not so. He wouldn't make his burden heavy. He would include hay and grain and a bag of water for the desert trail. The purpose of a budget is to help your purse to fatten. The purpose of a budget is to help your purse to fatten. The purpose of a budget is to help your wallet grow. The purpose of a budget is to help your bank account get on swole. It is to assist you to have your necessities and insofar as attainable, your other desires. It is to enable you to realize our most most cherished desires by defending them from thy casual wishes. Like a bright light in a dark cave, your budget shows up the leaks. Shows up the leaks. Shows up the leaks and controls your expenditures for definite and gratifying purposes. This then is the second cure for a lean purse. This then is the second cure for a broke account. This then is a second cure to help you get out of debt. This then is the second cure to lead you to the land of prosperity, financial prosperity. Budget your expenses that you may have coins to pay for your necessities, to pay for your enjoyments, and to gratify your worthwhile desires without spending more than 90% of your net income. 90% of it. I'm on page 41. This then is the second cure for your lean purse. This is the second cure for your broke bank account. This is the second cure for your wallet that's got a hole in it. Budget your expenses that you may have money to pay for your necessities, to pay for your enjoyments, your entertainment, and to gratify your worthwhile desires. In other words, to help you accomplish your goals, all without spending more than 90% of your net income if you are employed, of your gross income if you are self-employed. Know your numbers. All right. Hey, when it becomes true, when you become aware, then your life can change. And again, this is the book that changed my financial life. This is the book that gave me the roadmap to riches. This is the book, $10, that was a return on investment of more than 10,000% into my life. And I've told people everywhere I go to speak to get this one book. And if you can just imagine how many people actually get it, I can tell you how many people actually get it. The 5%. There's only 5% of people who are watching right now who are serious about getting out of debt. There's only 5% of people who are right now who are really, truly sick and tired of being broke. There's truly only 5% who are willing to do whatever is necessary to make sure that they leave a financial legacy for their kids' kids. Now, here's the deal, man. I am part of a group or a club that houses the 5%. I'm a part of a group or a club of people who are not talking, but people who are walking. And you too had the opportunity to join that club as well. It's called Club Millie, where we are helping 1,000 people to save and invest $1,000. Author of the book is George S. Clason. We're helping 1,000 people to save and invest $1,000. Our goal this year, our goal this month, in month of February, Black Wealth Month, where we are making history, not just reading it, is to get 100 people, 100 members into the club. It's now February 4th, and we now have 47 members. So there are some people who are acting. I remember I said the word immediate. There's some people who are the 5%. They see an opportunity and they jump right on it. But then you have the other 95% who are poor. And I want to give you the acronym. They pass over opportunities repeatedly. And they wonder why 2017, 2016, 2015, 2014 remains the same. Broke, busted, and disgusted. When you have an opportunity to change that, we've got that link right up at the top. That's where you can actually get more information. We got some people who have more information. I need to know all of the details before I dive right on in and join my brothers and sisters as we practice group economics. We got some more people. They need to preach. They need the word. They need the dissertation before they make a decision. And that's okay. We've got that available for you. But there's some other people who say, you know what? I'm ready to make a $20 decision today so that I can start to begin to get a return on my investment. The sooner you plant your seed, the sooner your tree will grow. This episode is brought to you by True Detergent. That's right. Black owned and manufactured. That's right. We're doing free delivery here in the Atlanta area. 101 ounces for $15. That's 15 cents a wash. This is a way that you can practice group economics, right? We're talking about supporting our brothers and sisters in business. This is a Black owned and manufactured product. And I say, if we can't make the switch in detergent, then where else are we going to really make the switch and start doing what we say in our mouth? So anyway, 678-851-2400, True Detergent. Make the switch. Well, guys, I thought we were going to do cure number 3 as well, but I'm gonna save that for later on. I think cure number 2 is exactly what you need. Cure number 1, you want to spend less than you earn. In other words, we're gonna put you on a plan where you are saving 1/10 of your earnings. You're going to use your expenditures of 9/10. 90% of what you earn is yours to spend. 10% of what you earn is yours to keep. Pay yourself first. A part of all that I earn is mine to keep. Cure number 2, learn to appreciate the budget. You want to control your expenses. You are in control of the money that you spend. So that means that you are the person that's at fault for why you are in the position that you're in right now. Because you continue to make choices that bring you negative returns instead of making simple choices that can bring you 10,000% returns. What we're doing, guys, on this New Black Wall Street Book Club, we're changing the way that we think about money so we can change our relationship with money, so we can actually increase our cash flow and we can begin to make money work for us. Got plenty of opportunities out there. It's up for you. Take advantage of it. What is ERGJ from ERGJ Enterprise with your New Black Wall Street Book Club, The Richest Man in Babylon, the book that changed my life. And hopefully it's starting to change your life as well. Well, go ahead and get the book. You can get it from us at www.ergj.net. And remember this, guys, it takes a village, but it starts with us. Let's build as we climb together.
The New Black Wall Street. Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We'll see you all there in the next episode of The New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street.